Hello Shenanigamers, and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So, where do we go this time around? An excellent question indeed. Let's see. There's another short mission in the ruins. A skirmish quest. A short quest, not a short mission. I keep doing that. There's also a scouting quest in the Weald. You could even potentially try to go for a medium one. We could also go for the Caregivers Convention. Potentially. We have a lot of higher level heroes now. It's in Michelle, Revieres, Halakar. And then potentially Peroy once they get back. In West. But no, this time around, I think we're gonna go with. You know what? Potentially, Reynold, Dismas, Ditton, and Ide could do well in the ruins against the Necromancer. We might keep that in mind for later. Anyway. What to do, what to do, what to do. Let's go for a bit of a scouting mission in the Weald this time around, I think. What I'm gonna do. We'll go to the Weald, we'll take Verol. And we'll take Valks. Take Solaires. We could take Papon with us too. Coincidentally, as I select these heroes, I've only just now noticed all 4 of them are Weald adventurers. Verol, Valks, Solaires, and Papon, all Weald adventurers. I cannot honestly say that I knew that was going to happen. But that is incredibly convenient. Now, let's make sure, before anything else, we have unequipped all trinkets and sorted them by rarity. And on top of that, let's make sure that we have weapons and armor up to a sufficient point for everyone involved. As well as skills, if we can. This is going to drain some funds pretty quick, pretty heavily, but this is an exploration mission, so we have better chances of coming out of here alive. At least we have better chances of them getting out of there alive. Now, we can go with Crush, Rampart, and Thunder. And Command being upgraded here. Valks. Mark for Death and Collect Bounty are the real big ones that we want to upgrade there. Papon's pretty good, as is. We're very low on funds here. So, is there anything in terms of trinkets we can get rid of? Yes. We don't need 2 bright tambourines. It's good to have them, but we don't need them. What else can we drop here? We can get rid of an Archer's Ring, and an Eldritch Killing Incense, and a Swordman's Crest. Kind of drop things down just a little bit there. And then what else? don't really need 2 immunity masks. Yeah. That'll put us back at a decent point, financially speaking, here. And we can head into this Weald mission with some money to properly provision everything. Now, let's make sure that we have everything good to go in here. Cleansing eye patch is good to have on Solaris for this. And we're going to want to give them Fariston's head, Valks. We can give Dismas's head. And what else can we give them? We can give them the Camper's helmet. We can also give them the Wounding helmet. Since none of our skills move or stun, the Wounding helmet is actually ideal for Valks, because those skills aren't skills we have, so the drawbacks are practically non-existent. That's perfect. Hapon, the Tome of Holy Healing, and Junia's head, and Veral. We can give. We could give the Cudgel weight, but that doesn't really help them. So then let's go with the Steady Bracer, because all of their attacking skills are ranged. And we'll go with what can we give you here? You know what? I'll give you the Ancestor's Candle. That way you have more dodge, speed, and damage, as long as we keep your torch high. Okay. I think that's a pretty good arrangement of the trinkets there. Full stack and a half of food. 3 shovels. Full stack of anti-venoms. 4 bandages. 3 medicinal herbs. 2 keys. 5 holy waters. 4 laudanum. Stack and a half of torches. That should do the trick. Okay. Let's go ahead and embark. Weald. Each region has its own challenges. Assemble your party and supplies accordingly. Well, hopefully that is what we have in fact done.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Alright. Not too big of a place, and it's a fairly straight shot, so this could go... This could still go south very quickly. But... it's probably going to be interesting, to say the least. You know what? We're actually not going to dig up this grave. We're going to move past it. Torchlight up as we enter the room. And a room battle. We have the Harrying Gnasher, 20 hit points, the resistance dodge, speed, the Beast, 100% light resistance, 50% debuff, move and stun resistance, and 60% bleed resistance. The Fungal Claw, with 37 hit points, human and eldritch. 50% protection, 21 dodge, 2 speed, 100% blight resistance, 65% stun and move resistance, 60% bleed resistance, and 55% debuff resistance, and then 2 fungal bombards. Or bombards. Bombards. Fungal bombards. I'm gonna go with bombards. Fungal bombards with 27 hit points, 25% protection, 26 dodge, 4 speed, human and eldritch, 65% stun and move resistance, 100% blight resistance, 60% bleed resistance, and 55% debuff resistance. Basically, tougher enemies that we fought before. Or tougher iterations of them, at least. The bombards are going to give us blights and marks. So we want to take care of them. We also want to take care of that Gnasher because they can give rabies and bleeds. They almost did dogs there when they hit him with the Rapid Rush. Mark prey, mark them, and lower their dodge, which is not great. Let's go ahead and let's just go for the judgment on this bombard. Crit heal for 14. Alright, nice. And then we'll go for the Rampart on the Gnasher, which they dodge. Mark prey on Valks again. At least they're marking the same target. But they are lowering their dodge by a lot, which is not great. So, let's go with collect bounty here on this hairy Gnasher.
Destroyed.
That'll just take him down outright. And then rend the marked dogs. A crit for 23. Ow. Heal me. Yeah, no kidding. We'll get on that. Don't worry. We're gonna get on that. Let's go with the Hounds Rush.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Takes down that bombard. Go with the Divine Grace. The crit heal for 26. Woo! Very nice. We'll also go with the Defender here. Set up a guard. Escape Cloud. And that plugs them. It's fine though. We can get rid of that into Venom. That's why we have it. And then we'll go for the Mark for Death on this Fungal Claw. Because they have a lot of protection and we want to lower that as much as we can.
Death waits.
Crit for 7, redirected to
concentration.
Solaires, thankfully. Go ahead and mark them for death again, drop that protection even further. Just want to make sure we hit as hard as we can here. And we'll go for a target whistle as well. There. Protection's gone completely. We can go for Divine Comfort here, heal everyone a little bit. Another Mark Prey on the box. Redirected to Solaires. And we'll have Solaires go for the Crush on this corpse. Crit for 20. Gets rid of them and moves everyone back up to a better position. Rend the marked, redirected. And now we can go with, we'll go target the target whistle on the Fungal Bombard, dropping their protection as well. Now we go for collect bounty on the Fungal Claw, which they dodge, of course. And then I guess we'll go for the Illumination on the Fungal Claw, and that lowers their dodge.
The path is clear. We require only the
So
strength
now let's
to
go
follow
for
it.
the command, giving everyone more accuracy and crit. Good that both of them resisted. I thought they dodged when the rend marked. Didn't even get redirected. He just are marked, so that's kind of cutting the middleman there. Or skipping the middleman. Alright, we'll go with the Illumination on that Bombard. The Escape Cloud, that's what it was that they used. They used Escape Cloud on Solaires and Valks, and it hit them, but they resisted the Blight. Then the Rend the Mark went off on Solaires. Then we went for Illumination on the Bombard. And we got the debuff. Okay. Now, there is no dodge on either of these two enemies. This one has 7% protection. We're gonna go for the collect bounty now. 38 damage. Very nice. Very happy with that. Now we'll go for the Hounds Rush here. Crit for 32. Let us finish the hunt. Take what we can from here.
Be wary. Triumphant
And
pride precipitates
the key.
a dizzying fall.
Take the gold, shovel, there's some busts here I would like to take, because we're out of busts now. So let's swap out a stack of crests, or what could be. We'll swap out these 4 crests for these 4 busts. We don't get a scout, that's fine, nope. We're gonna go ahead and move on. And a hallway battle. An insatiable ghoul and 2 bulbous maggots. Right, well then, let's go for the target whistle on the ghoul. Drop their protection first. And then we'll go for Mark for Dead. Ghoul as well. Didn't quite drop the protection there, but okay. And we'll go for the Illumination on the ghoul. And that drops their dodge with the debuff. And let's go for a crush on this maggot, which they dodge. Grave Nibble on Valks. To resist the stun. Another Grave Nibble on Valks, which they dodge. And then Howl. Very nice full team dodge. Very happy about that. Alright, let's go for another Mark of Death. Back here. There's the protection gone. Now we'll go for the Hounds Rush. Do as much damage back there as we can. And we get a little bit of a bleed there too. Skull Toss. Hop on. Ow. They resisted the stun. Grave Nibble on Valks. Ouch. They resisted the disease, but did get stunned. And then we'll go with the Divine Comfort. Healing everyone up a bit. We'll go for the Crush on this one in the front again. There we go. Hit him that time. And then another Grave Nibble on Valks, which misses. Alright. Valks' stun goes off. We're going to go for the Hound's Harry this time.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Grave Nibble on Pepon. Crit for 11. Ow.
Unbalanced.
And they got Scurvy. And they're stunned. Not great for us. Now the Howl. They're all dodged it.
Festering fear consumes the
And
mind.
Solaire's got Horror, but Valks and Papon resist, thankfully. Well then, let's go ahead and guard Papon with Defender. And we'll go with the Hounds Rush on the Ghoul. Keep the bleed going. Do some more damage. Another Howl. Nobody dodged at that time.
The abyss returns even the boldest gaze.
And we'll go for Collect Bounty on the Ghoul this time as well, which they dodge, unfortunately. And we'll go for the Illumination on the Ghoul. That brings their dodge back down. Grave Nibble Valks, which they dodge. We're going to go ahead and use Laudanum here. Get the Horror off of Solaris. And we'll crush this maggot.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Now we will collect Bounty on the Ghoul. Use the Laudanum to get rid of the Horror here. We'll go for the Divine Grace. And a Hounds Rush. Get the bleed, and the bleed takes care of the Ghoul.
By inches.
Can't take any of this. That's fine. We just won't then. So let's go ahead and move on up. Let's double check what Scurvy does. 40% Or minus 40% bleed and move resist. That's not great. But, thankfully, they were the only one to get a disease out of that. Solaires, Vox, and Papon are all still fine. Let's go ahead and use a bandage to check these remains. There's just some coin in there, we'll take what we can from it. Bring the torchlight back up. Trap there, we did not avoid.
Machinations spring to
Resisted
life
the blight.
with a singular purpose.
Heading into this room. The room battle. We get the surprise though. Brigand Hunter and 2 Brigand Raiders. Well, Vox is gonna have a field day here potentially. So then let's go ahead and mark this Brigand Raider. Drop their protection. And then we'll mark this Raider and drop their protection. Then we'll go for the Illumination, bring this Hunter out of stealth. And we'll go for the Crush on the Hunter as well. Blanket Fire. We dodged.
Weakened.
Vox resisted the debuff. Shank the Solaires. Ow. Get the bleed in the mark there. And then an uppercut slice on Vox. Ouch. Which does move them back. That's alright though. You can deal with that. Vox can still function from 3rd position. Now let's go ahead and go for... let's go for the Hounds Rush on this one in the front here. We resisted the bleed, did some good damage. Now collect bounty on this Brigand Raider. 36.
Annihilated.
Down they go. Let's go for... yeah, we can use a bandage here. Get rid of that bleed. Solaires. We'll have them use Defender on Vox. We'll go for Divine Comfort.
Compassion is a rarity in
Everyone
the
up a little bit.
pitch of
Uppercut
battle.
slice. Up on. Ow. Which does move them back, which is fine. Blanket Fire.
Grievous
Crit. Vox for
injury.
9.
Palpable fear.
Debuffs everybody. Not great. Let's go for the Hound's Harry. Everyone was that. The only one that didn't resist the bleed was the corpse. Another Blanket Fire, another crit, this time on
a
Papon.
single strike.
Ow. A shank on Papon. 15. Ouch. We
And
resist the
now
bleed.
The true test. Hold fast or expire.
Let's go ahead and use Divine Grace on Papon here. Get them off of Death's Door. And handily so. And then we'll go for Collect Bounty. Let's put the Raider, which they dodge. So then let's go for the Crush on the Hunter then. Now we'll go for the Hounds Rush on the Hunter.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Alright. Now we go for Collect Bounty on the Raider, which they dodge again. Now we can go for Divine Grace on Vox. Crit heal for 26. Go with the Crush on the Raider.
Press this
Take them
advantage.
down.
Give them no quarter.
Can't miss, which is nothing. We do get a scout. There's a hallway battle ahead, and then a curio and an empty room. So, an ancient coffin. Let's go ahead and have Feral deal with it. They got Corp reinforced. Weald adventure. Alright, you know what? Not upset about that. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I can live with that. Them being a Weald adventure is a good thing. So let's go ahead and move on to the next room. And we get the surprise, it's the corrupted giant and the blighted crone. So So Blighted Crone has 25 health, 41 dodge, 10 speed, human, stealth, 50% stun and move resistance, 80% debuff and blight resistance, and 60% bleed resistance, and is Corrupted Giant is both human and beast with 21 dodge and 2 speed and 137 health. 90% stun resistance, 100% blight resistance, 60% bleed resistance, 80% debuff resistance, and 115% move resistance. We'll go for the elimination of the blight here, then get rid of that stealth if we can. And then we'll go for the... We did get rid of the stealth, but dodge didn't get rid of that. That's not great. Then we'll go for the target whistle on the Corrupted Giant here. Mark going there. And we'll go for the Collective Bounty on them as well, I believe. Crit for 61. Oh my god. And let's go for the... Yeah, we're gonna go for the Defender on Papon, just to try and keep them safe. And we go for the Embrace the Dark on Solaires. Grabs a Torchlight and stresses him out. Poison Spores on Papon. Redirected to Solaires. Crit for 1. So the Blight set up there. Curses of Vulnerability on Baral and Solaires. Crits Solaires for 3. Marks them both. That's not great. Let's go for the Hounds Rush on the Giant. 14 damage. And we start to bleed there. We're going to go ahead and use an anti-venom here to get rid of that blight on Solaires. And we're going to go for the Rampart on the Giant, which they dodge. We go for the Collective Bounty on the Giant. 32. And then we'll go for a Divine Comfort and get everyone up a little. Things are starting to chug along, not sure why, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Infusion Spores, Equal Party. Great. Solaires and Papon get switched. Let's go for the Hounds Rush on the Giant. They're almost gone now. 20 damage. Embrace the Dark on Vox and Solaires. Solaires can have a stress break. Vox dodge though. And the stress break turns into virtue, and they are powerful. I am forgiven, I am
Unleash it.
Anger is power, unleash it. That would have been more aptly said if the Crimson Piquet would have been stressed out, but you know what? Sure thing. Let's go for the elimination of Crone. Resist the debuff, and then we'll go ahead and use Collective Bounty on this Giant. 41.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Let us press together. That ups everyone's damage for around 15%, for everyone else's at least, which is good. Go to the Rampart here to move them forward. Crit the large corpse there, 10, which was resistance and move. It doesn't get rid of it. It's a very, very large, very thick corpse there. I'm going to Embrace the Dark and Solaires, which is fine. We'll go with the Hounds Rush on this Crone, which they dodge. So we'll mark them for death, which they dodge. So then we'll go with the Elimination, which they dodge. And then I guess we'll go for the Rampart on the corpse again, which resists the move and stun, but then puts Solaires back in the front. So then we'll go for the Target Whistle on Crone, which does make contact. Embrace the Dark on Solaires and Vox. I don't like this. I don't like it either. I really don't. I don't like it either. Let's go for the Collective Bounty on this corpse, just to try and get it out of the way. There we go. Brings up Crone to the front. Which means we Rush here. Just dodge. And we'll go for the Illumination again. That'll bring the light up a little. We'll resist the debuff. We'll go for the Hounds Rush. 13. Leads there. This one. Fetid Sensor. On top on Slayers. Top on some light. But Slayers resists it. Now we'll go for the Collect Bounty. 20.
Decimated.
Dogs go solo this unit.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Can't take anything from there. That's fine though. Right, let's just hang on a second. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers. Had to take care of something real quick. We're back now. Right, so this troubling effigy. We can use holy water on this. And I'm not entirely certain what that does. I know we've used it for, I don't remember. Adds a positive quirk, apparently. Swapped out quick reflexes for steady on Varol. I would have rathered the quick reflexes, I think, for a little extra speed. But all things considered, steady's not bad. So that's even less stress. Actually, that means we have minus 10% stress in the Weald. So we could have a head and the Ancestor's candle equipped. The Ancestor's candle, and still be at standard stress. Let's head into this room then. We get a scout. No hallway battle, no room battle, just a curio in the hallway. That's good. We can do hunger. That's just fine. Find an unburdened torch, which we can use. I'll just head through this hallway. Into this room. Torchlight back
The
up.
match is struck. A blazing star is born.
We get the scout. Sorry about that, Shenanigamers. Had to take care of something real quick. We're back now. So, we have a hallway battle, a trap, a curio, and then a room battle. Let's get that underway. 2 bulbous maggots and an insatiable ghoul. Alright. Let's just go for the collect bounty on the maggots.
Eradicated.
We don't need the extra stuns and possible diseases and extra stress. Full team dodge on the Howl. Very, very nice. Very happy with that. Let's go for the Hounds Rush on the maggot. There we go. Right, both the maggots are down. Now, let's go for the Illumination on the ghoul.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
They are exposed by our maneuvers. Maybe. Let's go ahead and yeah, we're gonna go with the Rampart here. Try and get the stun. There's nothing we can do to get them moved because there's nothing for them to move behind. So, alright, this time we'll go with the Mark of Death. And then we'll go with the Target Whistle. Dropping their protection as much as we can. We'll actually set up Defender on Papon. And they went to rend Papon, so I'm glad we did that. Redirects it to Solaris, has the protection to deal with it. And then we're going to go ahead and use the Divine Comfort here.
The wounds of war can be healed,
Start healing people up a bit.
but never hidden.
Now we go for the Collect Bounty. 31. Skull Toss. Valks. Ow. We resist the stun though. And another Divine Comfort. Even more healing. And then we'll go for another Target Whistle. Bring down that protection even further. There we go. And now we go for Command. Just to make sure attacks hit. We have a better chance of critting. Now we'll go for the Hounds Rush. Go for the Skull Toss on Vox. Ow! Stressing them out further and stunning them, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and go for the Divine Comfort again. Just keep healing. And we'll go for Crush. And that'll take him down.
Perhaps the turning point.
Take what we can. Everyone's getting pretty stressed out here. So, we have a 60, 70, 90, and 90% chance to disarm traps here. Let's go with Valks. There we go. A little bit of stress relief from disarming. Torch, use it.
Laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Make sure we're back in the default party order so that Papon can use all of their skills. Head into here, and we have 4 Harrying Gnashers, which is not great. Rapid Rush on Papon. Get a bleed, unfortunately. Let's go for the collect bounty on this one. Crit for 34. I know just where you're weakest. And then let's go with the Hounds Rush on this one. Decent amount of damage there. And the Rapid Rush on Papon again with a crit for 8. And the bleed gets even worse. And now the resolve is tested and they've become hopeless.
There can be no hope in this hell. No hope at all.
And the Rapid Rush, crit for 8 on Baral, the bleed. Another Rapid Rush with another crit for 8. Another bleed on Baral.
Fear.
This is not great. Let's go with the Rampart on this Asher. We get the stun and the move. Join me in the black world, denizens of evil. Okay, that's not great to hear. Let's go with the Divine Grace on Papon here, since Baral can heal themselves a little bit. That one's stun. That one going Rapid Rush on Baral. To get the bleed again. That bleed is getting nasty. I'm gonna go for the Collect Bounty on this one. There goes the bleed. Go for the bandage, and then go for the lick wounds. Start healing up a little bit at a time. Another Rapid Rush on Papon with another crit for 8. With another bleed. These Gnashers are insane right now. Go for the Crush on that one. We don't have any more bandages, so let's just go for the Judgment on this one, which they dodge. And that one goes first, of course. Rapid Rush on Solaris. They resist the bleed. And the Rapid Rush on Valks. They do not resist the bleed. And we go for the Collect Bounty and take that one down.
A faint hope blossoms.
They are exposed by our maneuvers. Some more damage. That'll be great. Thank you. Go for the Crush.
Continue the onslaught.
Got him. Okay.
Destroy.
Now
them
we're gonna go for the Hound. Well, no, we're gonna go for Lick Wounds here. Clearing up for all a little bit. And then we'll go for the Judgment on this one.
Their formation is broken.
And that will crit heal
Maintain
Papon
the
14.
offensive.
Take the coin if you can there.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ow. There goes more bleeding. And hunger handled is fine. Use the torch there. Use the anti-venom on the street. Take what we can from that. Yeah, that's fine. Thought about swapping out the citrine for the portraits, but this is fine the way it is there. We get the scout, and neither of these rooms have anything in them. Don't have bandage to deal with this, so we're just going to skip that.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
We did not get a scout, So we're just gonna go ahead and head out of here before
Every
anyone
cleared
gets stressed
path and
out further.
trodden route reduces the isolation of our troubled estate.
Got a few busts from that, some deeds, and some crests. Now, Papon, Vox, and Viral are all at legend level. They're at level 6 now. And Viral got Cove Scrounger in the place of Evasive. Wish I could have locked that in. Now, Papon, instead of being fragile, they're now sickly, minus 10% disease resist. That sucks! Vox got Fear of Eldritch, which replaced Bloodthirsty, and they also cut the Fits. Plus 3 speed, minus 5 accuracy, minus 5% crit, and Solaris got Meditator in place of Daredevil, and improved stress reduction while meditating and while camping. That's not terrible. And they got the Red Plague, which sucks. So a lot of these guys got sick.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
Let's go ahead and get these guys treated. Get rid of the Red Plague and Solaris. Get rid of the Fits. Box. Get rid of the Scurvy. One Papon. Viral is actually doing alright in terms of stress. Now then. In the wagon we have Stun Charm, Debuff Charm, Disease Charm, Bleed Charm. Stun Charm, minus 2 dodge, plus 20% stun resist. Don't need that. We're fine without that. That's good. And on the Stagecoach we have an Adventure Antiquarian, an Apprentice Vestal Plague Doctor and Man at Arms, and a Seeker Antiquarian Plague Doctor and Highwayman. Do we want any of these is the question though. We have Peroi, Papon, and Ide for Vestals. I don't think we need a 4th Vestal. At least not as of now. We have Guerbaut and Ditton for Plague Doctors. We have Solaires and Just Relax Kid Jr. for Man at Arms. We have Uri and Dismas for Highwayman. We have Fitzharbert as an Antiquarian, and Pashal as an Antiquarian. We don't really need another one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and just let that be there. We're not going to recruit any of them. Go ahead and unequip all trinkets, sort by rarity, and we're going to sell off one of these moon cloaks. Actually, we'll sell off 2. We'll hardly use them as is. Also sell off our extra sun cloak that we have here. And we'll sort by rarity. There we go. Well, that is going to go ahead and do it for this episode of Darkest Dungeon. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you want to see, if you haven't already. If you want to see more content like this, or the other kinds of content that we put out on the channel, we're going to keep that content coming, so don't worry about that. Hit the notification bell so that you receive notifications whenever we upload new videos. Leave a comment on the video, it helps us out a lot, it really, really does. Also, remember to leave a comment if you want to have one of the heroes on this roster named after you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!